session now, introduce Devi. So Devi, over to you.
Thank you, Ras. Hello, everyone. Very excited to be part of this session. So, myself, Devi Kumari Krishna. I'm a solution architect with over 17 years of industry experience. So, most of my experience is into Microsoft Dynamics 365, and I also started off with Power Platform. So, anything and everything related to CRM, technically, functionally, please reach out to me in my email ID or in my LinkedIn connects. So I've also record my understanding in my blogs, so please go through my blogs. Okay, in today's session I will be covering predominantly about Dynamics 365 Omni Channel. So we will be talking about why we need Omni Channel, how do we provision it, so what is the integration framework that is enabling this Omni Channel, what are the different channels available, and by the end of the session, I believe you all will be able to configure omnichannel on your own, right? I will not be covering the voice part because I'm very excited to be part of the session by Neil today. So except voice channels, we will be, taking a look on all the channels. Okay. So I start off with, the introduction on omnichannel. So it is a, robust application which is extending the, customer service capabilities of Dynamics 365. So it helps the agents or the service desk people to get engaged with the customers as fast as they could and in all the channels that is possible, so that we serve them better, right? So why we have the SMS when we are into WhatsApp and other latest technologies? Because SMS is always covering the areas where the internet is not reaching. So even we don't want to miss the customers who are working in remote locations and still want an assistance. So the SMS is the best way to reach out or the way to communicate with them. So why we need omni-channel? As I was insisting, now customers want to get engaged in all the platforms that is available. They want to use, be it a product or they want to take a service in all the channels. The sooner the better. So Microsoft has watched, the expectations of customers, and it also watches how other, competitive products are evolving. With all the feedbacks, it is, improvising its own product of omni-channel for customer service. So here, it has got an integration with Facebook, WhatsApp, SMS. We also started off with, Teams engagement and bot and whatnot with voice as well. How do we enable this omni-channel? I will be demonstrating this on the screens as well. I will show you step by step, but still, I want to record the theory in mind. So whenever, if some people are new to this omni-channel, they know where to start with. So to have the omni-channel enabled to your customer, they should be having a customer service enterprise edition or an engagement plan along with Dynamics 365 digital messaging. The person who is going to configure this must be a system admin or a global admin. Privileges should definitely be there so that he could enable all these things and assign the required permissions to other users. So this omni-channel, since it is enabling the communication, there are some data concerned, access concerned rules, which, the governance which Microsoft has defined. So everything is published in the, Microsoft site. So it is regional specific. It differs, for India, US, and all the regions. There are different URLs. All we have to do is go to the concerned URL and then hit access check and then submit so that we could exchange conversations. So how do I sign the consent? The global admin would take care. When he clicks, he will be able to just sign the consent on behalf of the tenant. So I have registered some building blocks which is enabling this omni-channel. First and foremost, having a customer service module in place, and then configure the channels. It is Facebook, SMS, Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, Teams, Line, Voice, and if we prefer, we could also have some custom channels in place. So there are, how does this operate? Should I have to write code? Not at all. Every channel provides an API under authorization secret code. So it is all about configuring that API and the secret code in omnichannel. So once we create a channel, it will provide us a callback URL. So we have to go and update the respective channel providers with this callback URL. So whenever there is a request in place, automatically those requests will be routed back to the respective, Omni channel where these channels are configured. So how do this communicate? So I have configured my channel. I have the API and secret key. So what else is governing this communication? So we have a work stream. So the work stream takes care of, the channel behaviors. When I say channel behaviors, it's a how many requests should come, and each request should be handled by which queue. Are there any skill set based on which I have to channel the request? So all those behavior aspects, the user features, the rule set, like say for example, I would say that all the requests which is coming starting from today till next week, please route it to this respective default queue. All the requests that is coming from the specific business unit, please route it to a different queue. So these kind of rule set I will be able to write, and then I can define a routing logic based on the rule set defined. So then it also happens that it should not pile up all the requests to a certain queue or to a certain agent within the queue. So based on the skill set and the capacity what agent is accepting, I mean the individual can set their capacity that today I'll be handling 20 requests, today I'll be handling 100 requests. So based on the capacity that is defined in the system, our omni-channel app will automatically route the incoming conversations to the respective agent queues. So once they have it, they will be able to view the conversations in their own queues, also in the conversation dashboards. So what is the underlying framework that is enabling this communication? It is the channel integration framework. So what does this do? It enables the push notifications from each and every channel that is trying to communicate with our omni channel. So we have a separate app which I will be showing you when I move on to the system. So here in the channel provider, you have this channel URL which is geo specific. So the URL you can take it from docs.microsoft.com. For every region, they have a separate channel URL. So whether you want to enable the outbound communication or not, what would be the channel order, all those things you can define here. And what are the apps that has to take up this integration framework? So that is apps also we will be able to configure here. So in case we have any queries related to how do we configure, what value should go in, whether it has to be yes or no, every detail is available in the docs.microsoft.com. So how does this channel integration framework works? So we have a Dynamics 365 app. So all the transactions, whatever channel may be, it is routed to this integration framework adapter. So the adapter takes care that okay, it actually categorizes the request, whether it is a web chat request or it is a Teams request, and accordingly it will bind that request to the respective channel providers. So I have already configured, couple of, chats, and I have captured the screenshots. So, I mean, when in the trial environment, all the request or notification doesn't flow in during the, respective demo cycles. So that is one reason I, recorded from my series of preparations, I've recorded all the screenshots that is available. So when I enable a live chat, so the steps would be same for almost all configurations. So let me quickly jump to the screen once. Okay, so okay, so I'm on the apps area in my CRM. So you can see that we have a channel integration framework. We have a omni channel admin center. We have a omni channel for customer service, right? So these are the different apps. Once you enable omni channel, these are the apps that we will be getting. So I go on to omni channel admin center to quickly show you the channels. Towards the end, we will also be seeing the demo. So let us ignore the warnings at the moment. So here you see that, there is a channel, there is a work stream, there are different queues that is available. So let me open one of the channel. Okay, so I have opened SMS channel. So you can see that I have associated account ID under authentication token. So once I do this, the next step would be based on the communication channel. Since I have chosen SMS, there should be a number, a phone number that should be enabled to, have this SMS number. So there is a slight delay in the network. So let it load. In the meantime, I will move on to the, PPT. Okay, so once we have a channel, so the first and foremost is define the channel type, be it a chat or SMS. Based on the type that we are choosing, we have to give a phone number or a URL. Once we give the phone number or URL, the next step would be a callback information that we would receive. Yeah, here you see that it is loaded. I have a SMS number, and let me go to the callback information. So here you have a callback URL. This is something which Omni Channel app is giving us. We have to go and update this callback URL in the respective apps. So I have, procured my SMS or phone number from Twilio app. So I will go back to the Twilio app, update the callback URL against the number that I have, configured here, so that it enables the communication between this respective omni-channel app and the particular number that is that we have procured for the support, right? So it is the same formula. Just add the ID and access token, configure the number, get the callback URL, go back to the channel provider and update it. Okay, so once we have this, then we are all good to start the communication. So WhatsApp channel, again, there are, Telesign and Twilio providers who are enabling this WhatsApp channel. So when we take up a number which is enabled with WhatsApp, it is the same. You configure this WhatsApp number, update the callback URL in the respective, channel provider. So the notification comes in like this. When you accept that, do not assign directly to the agent, and enable the push notification whenever an incoming request is coming in. So it is all the same. So I would just park for a second on the screens without explaining much on the SMS. It is all the similar ones. So Facebook, I will take a pass, because when I enable the Facebook integration, there are multifold, configurations that we have to do. So we have a developer's Facebook app. So we have to create an app, associate a Facebook page, from where for example, if I am an organization where I have a social page and I am posting some product news or some marketing updates I'm providing, based on the post, if I want people to communicate back to me and I want to channelize those communications to an agent, so I will configure my Facebook page here, and I will choose the Facebook channel configuration in Omni Channel, and I will make sure these two communicate with each other. So how do I do this? I will show you the steps. So here I will take up access token and the Facebook page ID along with the app ID. So let me switch back to the screen for a moment. So here I have my Facebook configured already. So you could see that the procedure is same. There is an application ID and secret. So let me also, for ease of understanding, I will quickly open my developer's Facebook account as well. Excuse me for the Facebook images that is coming in. Okay, I log into Facebook. Here you see that since I have enabled my Facebook credentials, it automatically have my app here. So I will have all the apps. I can create new app, or I could, access my existing apps here. So this is the app ID that I have configured. So let me open this app. So under settings, basic, you could see the app icons, app informations. So all the informations will be available here. So left side we have other options like webhook, Instagram Graph API, Messenger. These all enables or helps us to understand what kind of interaction we are going to have with the Facebook. So here, if you see, I have moved on to the Messenger. I have configured one of my Facebook pages here with this ID. So when I click on generate token, it is going to give me a token. So these are my informations which I will take it to the Facebook configuration in Omni Channel. Okay, so here you could see the application ID, secret configured, and under Facebook pages. So you could see that the ID 111697 is matching exactly with. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, 111697. This is the ID that we had configured. So when I configure this, I will receive a callback URL. So I'm back on the application. So I received a callback information. So if you see here, it is it has given me a unique ID here. So this will be unique for each and every page that I configure. I could have multiple, Facebook pages, and when I associate multiple pages, this callback URL is going to be different. So the callback URL and verify token, I have to go back to my, app. Here under webhook, I will be updating these two informations. So once I do this, the two-way communication between my Facebook channel and my Omni Channel app is enabled successfully. Okay. So this is with respect to the Facebook channel. So once we enable this, again based on the settings, whether I want to receive it as a push notification or a direct request under the conversation history, the informations will be available in the agent dashboard. So this is all with respect to the channels where I directly enable the communication. It is a two-way communication between Omni Channel and the channel providers. Is it all? It is not limited to that. We could also have the Power Virtual Agent bot, who will parallelly handle the communications when the volume of communication is more. So all the requests we will be able to by default, make sure that it is responded by bot, and we could have some questions where they say, I want to talk to the agent. Then it is routing the calls to the agent dashboard. So how do we do this? Today we are going to see that as well. So how do I integrate a Power Virtual Agent bot? So there are some configuration settings which I will show you, and the app we have to make sure some settings in Azure is all available so that this two-way communication is enabled. So how does this help? We could simply integrate the environment where we have enabled Omni Channel with the Power Virtual Agent environment. So the integration is configurable and the communication is seamless. Now I will switch to the demo. So I will go step by step. I will show you how I have enabled all these configurations. So okay, while I have this app open, I will still make sure that I start from the admin page, and I will show you what all I have enabled. Right? So I'm going to open my .com. So under billings, purchases, so this is a trial account, so I'm feeling free to, show all these areas. So if you will search for digital messaging add-on, you will receive an add-on. I will show you, since I have already procured it, I will be showing it to you here. Yeah, this is the one. Customer service, digital messaging and voice add-in. So this is required to enable all this, communications and notifications. Along with this, I've enabled a customer engagement plan and also a, enterprise trial plan. So both are not required. Either one is definitely required. So having all this, now I have created some users for today's demo. So for each of these users, we will be allocating, both the digital messaging as well as one of the customer, service licenses. So once we have these licenses in place, so I go to the admin section. Whether I will open admin power platform directly. So I'm choosing the environment. I have created a trial environment. So I will go to the resources. So once you enable the Omni Channel, so you will be seeing all these apps, Dynamics 365 channel integration framework, and there would be for each and every channel provider there will be a separate app that would be available. Omni Channel for customer service, I have provisioned already. Otherwise, when I click on three,
you need to any additional points need to be added.
Sorry, I thought it was a question. Okay, so when I do this, I will get all these apps enabled, Omni Channel for customer service, Facebook, and each and every out of box channel that it is providing. So all we have to do is we have to click and then click on manage, so that all these things are getting configured. So you could see here at the moment it is all installed. Otherwise, we will have to install it manually. So you can see until there are 6 to 7 apps which is available out of the box when we procure this. So once I have this, I will now move on to my customer service trial that I had enabled. So I will also open one of the users and show the different roles that Omnichannel app is providing us. I'll open one of the Omnichannel user. So we could now configure directly in the Power Platform Admin Center, but still I will show you the traditional way of the new available rules. Yeah, Omnichannel admin, Omnichannel agent, and Omnichannel API access supervisor. These are the variety of rules that will out of the box way it will get enabled as and when the app is configured for a particular user. So now let us move on to the different channels that I had configured. Okay, so I have come back to Omni Channel Admin Center. So here we normally start with the work streams. So for each and each and every channel that I'm going to do, so I will be creating the work streams. So let me open one by one. So we will start with SMS work stream. So I will try to hit and show you how the new window will be available. So let me try to create an existing work stream itself. It could be for record or it could be for messaging services. When it is for messaging, automatically the available channels will be available, like chat, custom, Facebook, Line, SMS, Twitter, WeChat, WhatsApp. So we have already configured for WhatsApp. Still, I will show you how the settings are getting enabled. So you can see here that push notification or a pick option is available. When I do push, automatically you can conversations will be assigned to the agents. When I do pick, it will all be there in the default dashboard. An agent can manually take a look and assign it to their respective queue. So what happens when the request is getting piled up is I could set a fallback queue, or I could use one of the existing queues that is already there. So here in our case, I am choosing default messaging queue where I have configured all the users. Okay? So now I will show you how the WhatsApp is configured. So here, when in Workstream, first and foremost, add a channel. Once you add a channel, like how I have shown, we will be enabling rule set. This is purely optional. If you want to go for it, you can do it. Otherwise, it is not required. So the way to enable rule set is same for all the channel providers. You can use an machine language model, or you can use a simple logical rules. If you want to have very simple rules, I will show you the simple rules. So I create a rule. So I just define a name. So you can see that there are inbuilt conditions that is available. For example, based on the created on, I can say that create records or all the incoming request which is created on or after today. Please use them as a rule. And then there can be an output. For example, if the request is already coming from an existing customer, or it has to be to a specific skill set user, I can associate the respective capacity profile. When route this only when the capacity profile is reaching to the maximum or reaching to the escalation profile. For example, today I am handling 5 requests and a 6 request has come in, and it is still waiting in the queue. Then immediately it will go to the escalation profile that nobody has attended. So these kind of simple rules we will be able to configure. So if we want special rules, we always go to the machine language model and do our custom way. So right now I'm not enabling this rule. So how do I disassociate a rule once created? Simply select the rule set and then hit on delete. Okay, so I will show this alert. We will go to this new layer later. So for the moment, I will stick to the traditional way. Okay. So this is with respect to association of channel rule set and routing to the queue. If I want to specifically call out, otherwise I have given a fallback. This specification is definitely required when you don't have a fallback queue assigned. Then in that case, the queue would always get piled in the dashboard without knowing where to get routed. So also I could allocate, a bot for this particular work stream. So anything that is coming to this particular work stream will first go to the bot, and from bot it will be transferred back to us. So here are some, behavioral aspects, like how, what is the time period when I can have the, conversation open. So how do I push? What would be the capacity of this particular work stream? So when on what all scenarios I can assign the request to this particular work stream. if all the people are available in this queue or available busy or different statuses, we will be able to configure. So when I click on see more, so I will be able to edit all these settings. Always block available busy if I want to configure additional away as well. So these things can be possible here. Okay, so I move on to the next work stream. So Facebook is another work stream. I have configured one for a different page. So here I'm yet to associate a channel. So let me try showing you how to associate. You can see that I've already configured the channel. So I'm going to reuse the same. So we'll go to this particular channel. So this is something that I have already shown. It is all the same. So how many ever times you create a Facebook channel and associate the same page ID, the callback URL is going to be the same. So here I will show you some settings, but I will not spend more time on the user attributes or agent experience. This is all the place where we have to configure the skills, capacity profiles, skill-based routing, all these. If you want to configure, this is the place. So for agent supervisors, what all information he want to see, whether ongoing conversations or the intraday insights, all those information we will be able to configure. This advanced settings is all purely configurations, which I'm not going to spend time. So now I go back to, so I think I have pretty much covered in Omni Channel Admin Center. So let me go to Channel Integration Framework one more time. So here we will be configuring n number of channels based on our requirement. If we are going to address requests from multiple geolocations, the channel URL would differ, in which case we will be needing multiple channels. So I have assigned what all apps has to use this configuration today, and then the rules for which I will be applying this integration framework. Supervisor, admin, anything related to omni-channel I have already placed here. So now I will go to the main agent app. So there are two apps currently. I don't know when the other one will be retired. So let me show you both. So the customer service workspace. So this is exclusively for the agent. So if at all he is having working with the customer and all the request of that particular customer he wants to see, he can configure. This is the inbox of the respective agent. So here he has a view of all the cases that is assigned to him, all the resolved conversations or queues where he is part of. So all those information will be available for him. So I move on to home. So in the home, he will be able to have a trial page. So in the customer service agent dashboard, he will be seeing all the cases that he had worked on, all the informations. So I will leave this notifications for a moment now. I move on to Omni Channel for customer service app. So when I'm in the space, you will notice that it is checking the agent availability. All these notifications until 95%. Every time I open this Omni Channel for customer service, this is going to come. So it will make sure whether the agent is configured properly to receive the notifications or not. So here an error occurred during this. I'm going to ignore because today anyway I'm not going to cover any of the voice calls. So when I'm here, this is my inbox. Again, this is similar to what I have shown in the customer service workspace. Cases, unassigned conversations, resolved conversations, everything will be here. Right? So what I'm going to do while I'm talking, I will also enable some web chats. So, and the web version open. There you go. So I have configured WhatsApp. So this is a Twilio WhatsApp account that I had configured for today's demo. So let me initiate a conversation now. So now I switch back to. So here you have seen that with the time delay of 30 seconds, for 30 seconds, if there is no response, an automated message will be configured. Hello there, welcome to ICS WhatsApp support. So now let us move on to our window. You could see that push notification is already waiting for us. So as an agent, I'm going to accept this. So the moment I accept, it has added to my inbox. So I go to my inbox, pick up the unassigned conversation. Okay. So this is a message. You can see hello support. Okay, so the message is coming. It could be, and see, it is seamless. There won't be any time delay that is, encountered. So I'll be able to, based on the configuration, share some attachments. I will be able to do that. Or if I want to start a consulting on what product image is asking with other agents, that also I'll be able to do here. When I click, I'll be able to search for other agents and do it. So right now I'm going to, send some sample images. So let me pick one of the, you could see that here immediately it will say what all file formats are supported or unsupported. Text files, docx files are not supported yet. So I will add a .png or a JPEG file. So maybe I will. So let us. So we are going to receive this image here. The receipt. So now I can wait for some more time. So here, since I'm giving the response on time, you could see that the sentiment is also getting deferred. Okay, so I end this conversation. This is how I stay away from the conversations once it is done. So I switch to the home. So now I will show you how the conversations are lined up here. You can see Omni Channel ongoing conversation dashboard. So we were channelizing everything to the default messaging queue, right? So here, any conversation that has got over, it will be in the wrapped up status. We just now closed this conversation, so it is in the wrapped up status. So now I can initiate one more conversation. As many number of times I initiate, once the request is in wrap up state, it is going to open a new notification for me. While see the notification is already in place. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to also send a SMS to this chat to see how it is visible in the dashboard. Okay, so now I'm going to accept this conversation. The moment there is a conversation or notification coming in, you would observe that the status changes to busy. Until then, it will be green and in the status of available. So I am going to demonstrate with these two scenarios because from every other channel, it is going to be the same. On the moment the notification arrives, there is an accept or reject to pick up the request immediately or send it to the queue. So now I have accepted the request. So let me go to the inbox. So here you can see that new request has come in just now. So one more query is right here. I'm going to leave it. You can see that the sentiment is neutral at the moment. So let it stay. I go to my home to see. You can see that now I have sent an SMS because I was responding to the WhatsApp message. It has directly come to the queue. Okay, so now I say assign to me from the queue. This is picked up by me. So the SMS is open here. Have sent me an SMS and the conversation goes on. So now I go back to the previous message, the WhatsApp message. Okay, so it is still neutral. There is no positive or negative response. When I stay here, you can see that the list of when I'm in inbox, you can see in request is from which particular channel based on the respective work streams configured. Okay, so how do we send notifications from other channels? I will quickly show you now. So now if I want to transfer this particular topic to any agent, I will show you that as well. So I have my PVA open. Okay, so when I'm in PVA, you could see that under the manage, we have agent transfer. So in agent transfer, I have two options. So these are the apps that is out of the box way enabled to receive the notifications. Either I could transfer from bot, I will be able to transfer the request to a Omni Channel app or to any of the customer engagement hub that I'm configuring. Right? So I go to topics. So I think I created a topic for today. Okay. So this is one of the bots which I have created. So here the conversation, we are keeping it very simple. So we, let me show you. So I have set a very simple trigger phrases. If while the bot is responding, somebody is saying talk to agent or transfer, these are the trigger phrases today I have set. So what do I do when these trigger phrases occur? The bot would respond. It would ask for a simple question, and then it would initiate the transfer to the agent. So how do I do this? Let me show you here. So let me delete this question. Without asking any question, I could ask a question, add a condition, call an action, or I could, while doing the end of conversation, so I will be able to, initiate a survey or transfer to the agent. So here I click on transfer to agent. So I could pass some messages based on customer interest. Each will help the agent understand why, the call is transferred from bot to the agent. So how when I say transfer to agent, will it automatically take care of the environment and stuff? No. So for this, I have to do some additional settings, which I'm going to show you here. So I have to make sure that I come to the Azure portal. In the app registration, I have a Power Virtual Agent app configured. So I pick up this particular application ID, go back to my PVA, and enable this configuration so that the Power Virtual Agent is able to make this transfers possible. I can set up some fallback topics as well. So now we are transferring it successfully. So let me quickly, initiate a few trigger points. So while it is triggering, you can see that it is already transferred, but I don't know where to go and link. So it is asking me just give me the link to where I have to go and connect. So I come back to my PVA. I come back to my Omni Channel. So here, before checking for this configuration, I move on to my admin center. So I go back to my Workstream. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one of the existing Workstreams. Yeah, to show you if so how do we enable the settings if there is any bots that is responding? I will be able to have a separate if there is any transfer that is happening. So for that, I can have a different kinds of alert, which will help me to understand the request is directly from the channel or it is from the transferred agent. Right? So it is also possible that once the agent is done, he can also route the conversation back to the bot, so that for few queries they have reached out to us and then they are going back to the bot for continuous conversations. That is possible when I enable the smart assist bots here. So when I click on add bot, you can see that the out of the box bots are already available for me. This helps us to understand how do I start with, how do I enable the conversations with. So these things can be ready. These are already configured directly. So I can simply choose this. So here I will be defining a queue. So when I have a bot, from where I need all this informations. So I can add an existing queue. So anything that is coming to this queue will also be responded by this Power Virtual Agent bot. So you can see we could define the capacity of the number of requests the bot can respond, and what would be its availability. If there is a specific configuration number that we have to use for routing the requests, then we will update the Omni Channel phone numbers here. Okay, so now this is all in place. That's it. This is how we associate a bot between Omni Channel and the agent dashboard. So now we have the smart assist bots. So since it is out of box, I have not configured any specific queries here, but simply I will send a message to see. We check the sentiment because we did not respond on time. So this will, as I said, it will verify every time because this authentication is important to check the agent's availability. Okay, so here you can see that based on the request, it is automatically showing me the respective work streams. So now let me open one of them. Okay, it is continuing to be neutral, no positive. Let it stay. So from WhatsApp, I'm going to send one more. So there is a pass, which is an indication that the bot is trying to respond to this query. Okay, so the message is still coming here. So in case all these conversations, at the moment, I don't know who this particular user is. If I want to associate all these conversations to a particular case, so here is the way I could link it to a respective case. At the moment, it will say unable to link. The reason is I haven't created my case record or the association record yet. So let me show some of the out of box cases which is already available. So you can see that the smart assist is available. In case I have some articles, I could directly pick and share it to them during the chat. I'll switch on the smart assist. Come back here. So if I have a case record enabled, so all the chat communications, everything is associated here. I will be able to directly bind the conversation history from the agent dashboard to this respective case. Also from the bot, I will be able to create a new case as well. And that history will automatically come in. So there are few additional informations. This error is because I haven't enabled the voice calls, but also when you try to load this, sometimes this availability board does not open up correctly. So you will get a variety of issues like please sign out from all the browsers where you had opened. Your settings is not configured correctly. Please reach out to Microsoft support. So these kind of issues are very frequent when you work with this. So in those scenarios, what we have to do is we have to quickly go to the Azure. We have to check the Active Directory. So in Active Directory, we have to check the properties. When I say Active Directory, it is the tenant where our Omni Channel app resides. So I come here, I will check on the properties. So I will check for a specific property called manage security default. So if the security default is set to S, you will receive all those issues. So you have to configure the security default profile perfectly. For the demo purpose, I have switched it on. That is the reason, every time my notifications are coming in. So anyone who have configured this earlier, you might feel that, your notifications are not coming in even though the configurations is all fine. So it could be only because of the security default setting. I think pretty much I've covered on how do we set up Omni Channel. So let me take a quick look on the questions.
Thank you, Devi. Yes, you have indeed. And thankfully, we've got Neil Parkus who's been answering some of those questions. So thank you, Neil. There is a question by Miha asking about NLP.
Right.
She's asking, we come from Slovenia, and I think that bot NLP is not supported. We are thinking if we use fixed flow with our language for simple things, but then automatically transfer to the agent, is there any better solution or workaround where not common languages are supported?
honestly speaking, I have to explore this. So I have never, come across the scenario. So I'll explore. I will definitely reach you back.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's great. So I think all the other questions have been answered, to be honest. Thank you once again, Devi. I think you've covered so much in an hour. Taking someone from zero to hero with Omni Channel, to be honest, I think it was very impressive. So thank you once again, Devi, for addressing such an important subject for the bootcamp today. So round of applause for Devi, everyone. So Devi's doing lots of great work in the community. Really always enjoy her sessions. So Devi, please feel free to share your contact details in the chat for those looking to keep in touch.
Sure. I'll quickly flash it.
Thank you once again, Devi. Fantastic. Awesome. So that was Devi, guys.
Thank you, Raj.